let anyone that isn't from a blacksmithing family into their ranks. So don't mention Martin wasn't your birth father. It would only hurt your chances.
Thanks for the tip. I won't say a word. Thanks for the soup.
Good luck to you, Henry.
You shouldn't be walking around by yourself. Awful things happen here.
Think of your salvation.
Come closer, don't be shy. Quality goods.
Did you hear who died?
Ha! I thought it was old Bart, but then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard again today.
Not a chance. That old coot will outlive us all. No, it was Jan, the beanpole.
Him? But he was fit as a fiddle. What happened?
They say he went to bed healthy, but never woke up. It's a mystery.
God, that's terrible.
His mother said he'd been complaining he couldn't feel his left arm, and that he was seeing things.
And he was dead in the morning?
They said you owe them money.
He had his whole life in
And what
front
did
of
you
him.
tell them?
The next thing you
The
know,
wrong shop.
You did well. So they left?
Unfortunately, we got into a bit of a scuffle. One of them tried to reach over the counter, and that young apprentice bumped into him a bit. But it wasn't too bad in the end. Almost nothing happened.
Almost.
One of them, this tall blonde fella, wouldn't leave it be and grabbed at me, so I broke one of his arms.
Keep close to the others. It's not safe here.
Greetings. What do you need?
Master Bushek,
Aye?
I'm Henry of Skalitz. I'm interested in Master Skoda's old burnt-down forge. I spoke to his widow, Magdalena, about it.
For Christ's sake. She didn't pull you in off the street, did she? The mad old crone?
Well, more or less.
Old age must be sad. All I can tell you about the forge is the same thing I tell Mag. Even getting the building back into its original state would mean pouring a fortune into it.
I take care of the money.
Aye. But only a member of the Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild can work the trade around here. And you're not a member.
Could I join the guild?
It's not that simple. The Guild is a private society made up of Kuttenberg burghers, and the other masters aren't too trusting when it comes to outsiders. So I reckon they won't be too keen on the idea.
How could I convince them?
That's hard to say. But maybe you'll make a good impression. But first, you'll be required to meet 3 conditions.
Which are?
First, you have to come from a respectable family. Second, you have to have blacksmithing experience. And third, you'll have to compete the Guild's trial. Tell me, blacksmith, what sort of family do you come from? And what's your work experience?
Not only do I come from a respectable family, but a blacksmith's family too. You probably knew my father.
Oh? Well, where would I know him from?
From here. His name was Martin, and he used to be old Skoda's apprentice.
Wait. Martin? Your pa is Frisky Martin?
Frisky?
Aye, of course, Frisky. We used to call him that because, well, that doesn't matter. How's he doing these days?
I'm afraid he's no longer with us. He was killed during the raid on Skalitz.
Christ. I'm very sorry to hear that. When I knew him, he seemed like a good bloke and quite a talented swordsmith. Some of the masters were good friends of his. They were the same age at that time. To tell you the truth, that will likely affect your chances as a contender. As Frisky's son, you'll have a great opportunity to make an impression. So you'd better make the most of it.
Well, as far as experience, I helped at my father's forge. We made a sword for Sir Radzig Cobbler of Dvorets together.
Kobila, eh? The royal hetman. Is there any way for you to prove it?
I have the sword here. Would you like to see it?
No need. I'll trust you. But if the other masters happen to ask, be ready for anything. It seems answering questions about your family and experience won't give you trouble. Now for the most important part. Are you ready for the guild trial?
What does the guild trial involve?
The guild trial consists of a verbal exam and a practical exam. First, you'll have to answer a few tricky questions from my colleagues. And after that, you'll forge a sword to the best of your abilities right before their eyes. Of course, the trial comes at a small fee for each try. Well then, do you feel up to it?
I'm ready.
Great. But I'm afraid we're not. We'll meet tomorrow at noon below the astronomical clock on the square. I'll take you to the Guild Forge, where the trial will take place. I should also mention there will be a verbal exam. And if you can read, I have an excellent handbook here. It's called On Blacksmithing. And it contains all the basics my colleagues may test you. And one more thing. If you'd like, you can wait for the...
I'd like to buy that.
Here it is. Did you hear that noise last night? What was that?
A couple of drunk outside the store. They were celebrating something. It woke me up too.
Ah, so that's why it stopped so suddenly.
I went and took care of it.
Ah, but you weren't in your chamber. I looked for you there.
I told you, I had to go and deal with it. I escorted them fellas to the nearest alehouse.
That's one way to do it. You drank at your own expense, though, didn't you?
Don't worry. Them idiots paid for my drinks all night.
Aha. Now I regret not going with you.
I'd like to wait.
Very well then.
Should we get going?
I believe it's high time. Don't even bother looking at that old clock of ours. It's been stuck for 30 years. It seems all the other masters are looking forward to what Frisky's son can do. You'd better make a good impression. Now, the gold forge isn't far. We'll just pass through the lower market and we're there. Did you get a chance to study the handbook?
Of course.
Mind if I test your knowledge a bit along the way? Are sparks a good sign while forging?
Yes, they're a good sign.
I'm afraid not. It was a trick question. If sparks fly while you're hammering, it's a good sign.
Stay close to the others.
Whereas if
Not
you're
safe
heating
here.
the workpiece,
Come and take
it's
a
a
look.
bad one.
Quality
I have
good.
one more question for you. Why do blacksmiths whistle while they're hammering?
To keep rhythm.
Exactly. It's so they can keep rhythm. At least you got this one right. I reckon it wouldn't hurt to take another peek in the handbook before the trial. A good blacksmith should never stop learning. That too is important to our guild.
Say it again.
I have a number
Give
of
it to me.
designs in my
And I
armor
won't say it
smithy
again.
that I
You're
collected
getting
on my
fuck
travels
off.
throughout the
Run
kingdom.
along.
It's
Have a
quite a
look.
unique collection. And the best part is, I'm happy to share it
Keep
with others.
close to others.
Stop by any
not
time. Learn to make
Fine
something
day
new.
for some fine
Your
wares.
customers will surely
Come and
appreciate
take your
it.
pick.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Your trial still awaits. Just a little further now.
Excuse me.
Come and take your pick. New wares. Shall we begin? Henry, are you ready?
Er ist sehr jung.
I'm ready. We can begin.
Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmiths Guild, let me introduce the newest adept of the Master's Trial, Henry of Skalitz.
So, this is old Frisky's lad. I can hardly believe it.
Aber I do not see much of a resemblance.
Vielleicht ein wenig. I do not see it.
Aye, aye. Frisky here, frisky there. All that talk about not taking in outsiders. And now you've gone and flipped it all around.
Martin was a good bloke and an excellent swordsmith. If Henry here is anything like him, he'd be a welcome addition to the guild.
Genau, genau.
Look, I didn't know this frisky fella of yours. I'm more interested to see what the lad can do than who his pa was.
We'll see what he can do shortly. Just to be clear, let me repeat what the trial entails. In the first part, the verbal examination, he will receive 3 questions. He must answer all 3 of them correctly in order to pass. If he makes a single mistake, this part of the exam is considered failed, and he won't get a chance to correct himself. After the verbal examination comes the practical one, where our adept skills will be tested.
And if he is successful, he'll become one of us.
Let's begin with the first part of the trial. Who would like to ask Henry the first question?
Say, Heinrich, how can you tell you have made progress on your workpiece?
By the shape.
Correct?
Correct.
Let's move on to the second.
What's the final step before completing a piece?
Quenching the workpiece in a barrel.
That's right.
Richtig.
Last question.
Tell me, mein Anhänger, what is the Farbe of a correct heated workpiece?
Straw yellow.
That's correct.
Wunderbar.
You answered all 3 questions correctly. Now, just to complete the practical exam, Henry, your task will be to forge a guild sword right in front of our eyes. Here's the design for it, as well as the materials. I'm sure you know what to do with them.
Viel Glück. Let's see what you can do, young Frisky.
Let's see, then.
Oof. It looks like the lad has a firm grip.
Konzentrieren.
What's next? Excuse me?
Nothing special so far.
Genau.
Jetzt vorsichtig.
Take a look at that.
Well, this one's gonna need some more work.
Great work, Henry.
Just like Martin.
Let's see, then.
Komm schön.
Damn, it's burning.
Komm schön. Look at that.
Damn, it's burning.
Komm schön. Look at that.
Bloody hell. I'm overheating.
Komm
Like Mart.
Let's see then.
Jetzt vorsichtig.
Take a look at that.
What's next?
Looks like the lad has a firm grip. Genau.
Let's see then.
Take a look at that.
Konzentrieren.
All done?
Let's see what you made. My! I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Fantastic work, Henry. This sword is a piece of art. I'm glad you didn't disappoint. Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmith's Guild, Henry of Skalitz has successfully completed the trial. Let us head for the guild hall for the acceptance ceremony. After successfully fulfilling all requirements, I'm proud to announce our guild has grown by a new member. Approach Henry of Skalitz. Kneel. Swear for the first time on your honor and by God Almighty that you will defend the interests of the Blacksmiths Guild of Kuttenberg.
I swear.
Swear for the second time that you will protect all secrets entrusted to you by the Guild.
I swear.
And swear for the third time that you will always act honestly and God-fearingly to spread the esteem of our guild among the people.
I swear.
Now hang your guild sword next to those of the other masters. Welcome to the guild, Henry. It's now up to you to say a few words.
I'm following in my father's footsteps. Even as a lad, when I watched him by the forge, I wanted to be just like him. A real master blacksmith. Today, thanks to you, my dream has come true. And here in Kuttenberg, where Pa spent the best years of his life, I like to think he'd be proud of me.
He would be, without a doubt. In any case, from this day forward, Henry is to take over Skoda's forge and repair it. He therefore acquires the right to use it with one obligation, and that is the accommodation of the widow Magdalena. The guild grants her jointure after the death of her husband. That will be your responsibility now, Henry.
That won't be for much longer anyway.
She's a kind woman. I'll be happy to help her.
We'll see about that, once she goes poking her nose into everything at the forge.
It sounds like you have your work cut out for you, Henry. But like all hard work, the results will surely be worth it. The ceremony is now over.
Discuss. We need to talk.
And what are we going to do about the gold plate?
The forge awaits,
I
lad.
apologize.
What are you still waiting for?
My respects. I'll be with you in just a moment.
going to make bread today?
I don't think so.
Do. You are a brave Victor. Why not test yourself against the Meister? No man in Kuttenberg is as good as Menhard.
It is better to learn with a true Meister like me.
What's going on here?
Meister Menhard is
You shouldn't
challenging
be
all
out here
comers.
alone like this.
He's the best Fechter wide and far. No better can you find. Bist du brave? Or do you not believe? So try him. Challenge him.
Come and take a gander. We've got it all.
I am... For anyone who wants to learn the true art of the Langschwert.
Good day to you.
All right. I'll give it a go.
I
good.
heard that there are some
Menhard is
Fechter
over there,
here in
not far.
Kuttenberg.
Tell him.
Let them step forward and prove.
Who are you?
Ich bin Menhard, ein Meister des Langschwerts aus Frankfurt. You will not find ein besser Meister for miles around, I tell you. And with whom do I have die Ehre? Who are you?
Henry. I'm pleased to meet you.
Heinrich. Sehr schön. A famous German König once also bore that name. He contributed to the founding of the Heiliges Römisches Reich. A wise diplomat and brave warrior. Since you carry such a name, I offer you a duel. You can prove you too possess the courage and soul of a warrior. And do not bring shame to your famous name. When you show me how you handle a sword, I can tell you what to improve.
Do you normally challenge people to duels on the street?
No, normalerweise nicht. But things in Kuttenberg sind nicht normal. I came from Frankfurt to teach the art des Fechtens on the invitation of your King Wenzel. But here in Kuttenberg, I have been treated with disrespect and dishonesty. Nobody cares about the king's decision. That is why I must defend my claim in another way. Where words fail, das Schwert shall speak. Therefore I issue challenges to duels. I am looking for brave men to take them on as Studenten. The rest I want to prove cowards.
Would you teach me the art of sword fighting?
Kein Problem, but all in good time. Erst you must show what you can do. Langschwert. Here now, ja?
All right. Why not?
Wunderbar. I always like a good Kampf. But the Schwerter will be blunt, yeah? We do not want to lose our handsome faces, no? I'll lend you ein Schwert, aber kein Harnisch. No armor, only clothing. That is the best Kampf.
Sure. Just training swords. No armor. Works for me.
Good. Take off the steel and armor. You can keep your gambeson and let us get to work.
All right, men.
We agreed on ein Take-off.
All right, Menhard.
Gut. How about,
Wetter?
wie sagt man das? A bet for some groschen, yeah? If you believe in yourself.
Naturally.
Good. We have spoken. So, Heinrich, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, some
Let's do
fine
it.
wares. Come and take your pick.
So ein Pech.
That's enough! You know full well you've no right to conduct the art of sword fighting here. That's the privilege of our brotherhood.
Halt die Klappe. I am Meister of Longsword. You well know this right we have from the charter of your King Wenzel himself.
Meister Menhart, let me remind you that your petition was discussed by the town council, and your claim was rejected.
That decision was not just, and it went against the will of your king.
It's no use arguing, Deutscher. The council represents the king, and the council has decided in his name. Nicholas of Prague here is also a master longswordsman, and we don't need another. Any more than we need your foreign poses.
Right then. So I will face your Nikolaus or any other man. We shall see then who is der wahre Meister and who is just full of hot air.
Well, I'm ready when you are, Master Menhart.
No, I forbid any dueling here.
Master Nicholas, do not allow yourself to be provoked by this German cock-baiting. No doubt where they come from, they would rather hack each other in the streets than respect law and order. But here, we have more sense and dignity. If anyone is to clash swords here, it will only be when our brotherhood convenes a tournament, not when some Hundsfott feels like it.
Fick dich, du Metzgerschwein. Enough of this, all of you! The council has decided this matter, and I won't waste any more time with your squabbling. You've infringed on our regulations, and it's not the first time. You'll pay a fine.
Scheiße. That is ungerecht. Not just.
And you will be banished from the town, so that nothing like this happens again.
Councillor, Menhard and Arn are friends of our good King Wenceslas. That's why they have his charter, isn't it? You don't want to treat someone of that stature like a common criminal or troublemaker. Show them the courtesy they deserve.
Fuck courtesy. To the pillory with them.
Trampling their honor and dignity underfoot is the same as trampling on the honor and dignity of our king.
Easy, Master Butcher. Kindly leave this matter to me. So, Master...
Henry.
Henry here is right in some respects. You have a charter from King Wenceslas, which, in truth, I cannot simply ignore. You will not be banished from the town, but I warn you, should this be repeated again, it will not be overlooked.
Ich verstehe, Ratsherr. Yes.
Good. I'm pleased to hear it. Nevertheless, you have actually been conducting the art of sword fighting illicitly. You shall therefore pay a fine, to which the Kuttenberg Sword-Fighting Brotherhood will be entitled for the infringement of their right, which also applies to your eloquent spokesman, Henry.
Counselor, that would be all well and good if things were as you say. That's not actually how it is. Because Meister Menhard here was not conducting any sword-fighting art.
Horseshit! What else would you be meeting up here with swords for, eh?
If he had actually been conducting the art of sword-fighting, but Master Menhard here was only defending his honor in a duel because I wronged him.
Yeah, that is true.
Every man has the right to defend his honor. But tell me, how exactly did you offend Master Menhard so inexcusably that it came to swords?
I, cheated him in a dice game. He caught me red-handed and wanted to teach me a lesson.
Ja, du Schwindler!
Cheating at dice is certainly dishonest, but it's no excuse for drawing your sword. You'll pay for your aggression, and this cheat will pay too.
Such audacity! I will not pay any Geldstrafe. Und schon gar nicht to this coward and cheat. Das ist ungerecht.
Enough of this.
Scheiß drauf.
Verdammt! I will not put up with such
Henry?
I won't pay.
Then you'll get a taste of...
Du bist ein Arsch. I will punish her.
Excellent.
Ja, ja. We are lodging in the Schenkel Kaiser car. We will discuss.
Ha! You can do nothing to us.
You could kiss my ass.
Count yourself lucky you had your pal here. Otherwise, we'd have dragged you out of town with our teeth.
Dummheit! So, Heinrich, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We've got enough. Everything you need.
Halt die Klappe. Und
You've infringed...
Scheiße.
And you will be...
Counselor, you don't want to treat... Trampling them...
Easy, man. So...
Henry.
Henry, you have... You...
ich verstehe.
Good. Nevertheless, you shall there... Which all...
Because my...
Horse!
If he had...
Ja.
Every man...